Hello, you got there, no? The hanya ini pekuemu data satirpa. I'm supposed to speak in English. Okay, I go with Korean first and I go English. The hanya pekuemu data satirpa la urban village do weti miwe da keludu tu bota satirpa no do the hanya weti ke hikohi no weda baka tahuta getirpa do koplo la keweda keludu no aweni los ho la de kutu da kanyo klo pa khu ko ni no we ti kutu da ta la kalwa klo no do le ki mani no ye ke shepya ki we ti ta hi ko hi no la pa kanyo klo mo no so tonight we invited urban village youth and they are the youth from multi ethnic in Minnesota. So tonight they will share with us about their activity and about the rally that they plan to do, which are coming up on Saturday, the 13th. So welcome you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know you all are busy with your life and study and everything, but I appreciate that you give it the time to share with us about your activity and everything that you're doing. So first of all, we will get started by introducing yourself. So we would like to get to know each of you. So
Okay, so I'll go first. Hi everyone, my name is Darian Lofton. Um, I was born here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah, and what was the other question again? Sorry.
now it's what are you doing right now? Like you study or you work or you know?
Oh yeah, so right now I'm a part-time student and I work for a foundation and I work with youth, younger people than me. So yeah.
Thanks, Darren.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. My name is Poe and I'm Korean ethnic from Burma. And I grew up mainly in refugee camp and I came here for 11 years now. And right now I work in a community center. I'm a youth worker, so I work with younger youth and then kids.
Hi everybody. My name is Gang Wu. I am in Minnesota, currently a college student right now, and I came from Burma about 7-8 years ago. Thanks for having me today.
Hi, my name is Ume. I identify as Kareni. I was born in Thailand, refugee camp 1. I came to the United States in 2009. Now I'm currently a senior at the College of University of Minnesota in Twin City, study family social science, and hoping to work in a field where I work and help families and community like mine.
Thanks everyone for sharing about what you're doing and where you came from. And now let's go to some questions that I want to know about you guys, what you guys doing, your activity. So the question is, could you tell us about this multi-ethnic youth lead movement and who organized this and, you know, who created this movement and what is the motivation and the purpose of this?
Yeah, so this is obviously a multi-ethnic youth-led movement for human rights in Myanmar. The purpose was to raise public awareness and educate the communities, and also to target local and national news and involve the representatives to put an end to the human right violations that's going on there. And yeah, so this movement was initially organized different ethnic youth community leaders, which is all of us and a few others that couldn't be here today. And we this movement we just want to be inclusive as possible and work together to address the issue. Um, So yes, initially organized by the ethnic youth groups from different communities who came together and seen a problem and decided to try and make a difference and make an impact as best as we could being younger people. And the purpose of the rally is to raise awareness about the situation in Burma and hopefully to influence international communities to intervene so we can get as much support as possible focused on this issue, you know.
So you guys basically like cover everywhere, or do you have like target like region or location regarding to like human rights movement, or any sort of activity that you guys doing, or just broad in general?
So we want to be as inclusive as possible. So it is a very broad topic for us for sure. But the main focus for our movement right now is especially what's going on in Myanmar slash Burma or whatever. So we just want to start there and make an impact as much as we can, so we can make a difference, you know. And that's that's the topic.
I do want to add though, we also, since this is a multi-ethnic movement based on different ethnic in Myanmar as well. So in this movement, like all of us also represent, our oppression that are being happening under the military dictatorship. So each group of our ethnic youth representative, and during this march, we will come and represent, our ethnicity. Like we're standing up for our own ethnicity. So this is like a unity that's showing that all these groups come together, and then we are being oppressed by this military dictatorship. So that's also our target.
Thank you for sharing that. Just one thing that I want to know, like, what led you guys, what motivated you guys to start this movement at the beginning? Did you guys just start it when the military coup happened, or you started this like urban village activity for long ago before this happened?
So what I can say from our end, me and Poe, so Poe talked to me about it. We had a little conversation. Uh, it was especially from the military coup. Was uh with that, and then from there it just became like more and more of a focus to like what was going on was getting worse. So it was I could see people were being impacted by it, you know, like emotionally, and so did Ed, and he was impacted too, and even me, like just seeing some of the things that was going on. It's like that's like some crazy stuff going on. So it's just like yeah, we just kind of got into it after like see getting some certain information, you know, like it pulls your attention. It's not like, you know.
Yeah, to go off of that, like it like personally affected me because my parents are the victim of this military dictatorship, the oppression that's happening for more than 73 years. So that was a personal impact that it happened to me, and also like my relative and some other people, like family members, are still in the city in Myanmar that where this violence are happening. So it's part of me is, and I know like many youth in this movement also feel the same, that we need to like start doing something. We need to stand up. Like we need to be a voice for the people that are in there, because we're now, as we all know, the internet are cut off, the news are cut off. So those people in there doesn't really have any transparent evidence to really speak out. So we kind of want to be their voice, and the only people that are able to capture what's happening are with their own private Wi-Fi, who are on the ground, that can really put it out there. So we just kind of want to put each other together and stand each other, but to stand with each other, and then just be a voice for what's happening in there, and hopefully end this military dictatorship.
That makes sense. I agree with you guys. And Kang Wu and Omi, you guys want to add to this conversation too, because I'm sure you guys are part of this the whole movement started. So
Yeah, I can add something to it. So for me personally, I came from Burma, and then still now I have my relative, my cousins, my grandparents. They're still in Burma, and seeing this on Facebook about what's happening to the youth and everyone, I just I know I have to step up and do everything I can to make sure that their voice is known to the world.
Yeah, so like same thing with the Karenni people. Like in the past, like when our Karenni state were invaded by the Burman officials, they promising us the Karenni people will get independent again after 10 years, but this never happened. So this is a good start. This is a start. We need to do something, and yeah, this is a good start.
well, I'm so glad that you guys are, taking initiative and to involve in what's happening right now. And I agree, like this impact, like pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter you came from Myanmar or not. Just by seeing the news, like what the civilians are suffering right now, it's just like totally heartbreaking. So, for people who came from Burma, it's kind of like a nightmare. They relive it again. So I agree with you guys, because I heard from like parents and some older folk. They say that it's kind of a torture to them to see like what's happening to them, like some 10 or 20 years ago still happening. So it seemed like nothing changed. It's just that right now it just opened up to the wall. But it's like it's been happening for like many decades. So thank you for that. So right now I would like to know about the rally that you guys planning. So uh tell us about the rally that you guys planning, and what is your purpose for that rally, and who will involve and who will participate, and who you want to be participate in that rally, and also like what's the outcome you want from that rally. So any of you can contribute to this, your thoughts.
Yeah, so as for this movement, we had like a short period of time to organize everything, but we were fortunate to be able to get like the supports and the work together with other community leaders and also other ethnic youth to help mobilize this. And there was many components of this movement that we need to take into considerations. For example, there will be two parts to this movement. We will begin with a marching starting instead of just a rally, because we wanted to raise more awareness. So the march will begin in Harry Island Park at 10:30 a.m. And then the march will end at the state capitol in St. Paul, where the rally or events that will happen. And there we have like speakers from different ethnic youth, as well as artists such as singing, live arts, poems, and also performances. Yeah, so in terms of the participants, not all the ethnic communities in Minnesota will be participating in this movement. So we will have a wide range of participants that includes not only the Myanmar ethnic communities, but also other organizations, leaders, community, friends, and families, or brothers, sisters that will stand with us. So yeah, we had a long demands, including like Eddie the military dictatorship, abolish the 2008 Constitution, guarantee equality and self-determination for minority ethnic groups, that. And then so this movement will be our first steps. And in fact, this is everybody's fight. So we're studying up for the human rights violations that are currently happening in Myanmar. We're studying up for the ethnic oppression that has been going for more than 73 years. And by beginning with this movement, as Derry mentioned earlier, our purpose includes targeting like the representative, local, and national news, as well as we hope that this movement will bring more awareness, education, and encourage our representative and leaders to take actions.
That is very good. I can see you guys have a very good plan, and now I want to share about like what you guys been doing. I got some picture from your page, so they already planning everything. So it seems like you guys are ready, right?
Yes. I do want to shout out though, like without all these community leaders from different organizations, this movement wouldn't possible. So it's a huge thank you to all the community leaders who see this youth movement as a powerful thing and really like supported us behind.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything they've contributed to our movement. This is it was so helpful just to involve them too.
So you mentioned community leaders. So let me probe that a little bit. What other like community leaders, they help you guys with this? Can you mention a little bit? Just want to know a little bit more.
Yeah, so every village, Jesse, he's a really good, friends of us. We use, we kind of hold our meeting, most of the meetings are there. And then he's been really good. He really mobilized and promote these unities in this movement. And also Casey and one of the representative, Mr. Etaku, and then we have also Mr. Tunai from the Burmese communities, and it's also a couple more churches, and then we have like different like so many community leaders that though like I don't know how to name all of them, but if I were to list them, there's a lot of them that contribute and make a big impact to this movement.
Right, I understand. So I can see like the community leaders or mentor, they help you guys mobilize this. So yeah, this is really good. So my next question is, why do you think the ethnic youth from overseas should be involved in Myanmar situation? I heard you guys talk about a little bit previously because you're from there, or because of what happening. Really, it's urgent. But I want to know a little bit more about that. If you could share with us.
Yes, I can talk much about that. This is not the first time that the military is set up a coup for people in Myanmar, and then for them, with their lack of access to internet, we have to do whatever we can from other side of the world to make sure that their voice is heard. And then like I said before, we're not alone by ourselves, and then we still have siblings, relatives, loved ones still in Burma, and they're still fighting for their freedom. All the youth we see every day, they always go through the protests, trying to fighting for what's right and what they want, the freedom. And then it's not just people in Myanmar. This is a human right violation. So I believe that everybody, youth from around the world, need to come together and then shout out to everybody who need to let the voice of the people from Myanmar. We got to let everybody know around the world so that now they will be aware of what's happening so that people can step in and prevent more death, from Burma.
That is a very great point there. You guys have a very broad view in what you guys doing, because many of time people misunderstood that, and they will mix it with politics or like a racial issue. But I can see you guys are really like broad in what you see, and you can see ahead of what's going on. So I'm really like proud of you guys, because many times people ask me like, why you want to involve in this? You're not Burmese. Are you not Korean? And I told them it is not about me being Burmese or Korean or India. I look like India. So I told them, if I see injustice happen to someone or some people, as a human being, I need to have the feeling that I have to help them. Otherwise, what is the point of being a human being if you don't feel for others? So I really see what you guys doing, and I'm really proud of you guys. You Other of you guys want to add to this? Go ahead.
I just want to say thank you so much for having us, and that's what we're trying to do. Bring unity and strength through the communities that we've been around and been inside, and also to unite different communities from everywhere, like different parts of the world even. We just want to make change,
Yeah, go off of what you said. You really like give a really good perspective here, because I personally do get attacked just like trying to organize this movement, and they thinking I'm fighting for the Burmese people, because that's what's happening inside Burma right now, that these Burmese citizens are going through the violence. But the fact that I'm also fighting for my own people as well, who under this military dictatorship for like the longest ongoing civil war in the world, as we know. So this is like a very first step to this movement. But as we go in, once we achieve this first step, and of course, and as we're talking about, this is a human right violation. So as you mentioned, this is not just ethnic group fights. This is everybody fight that the urge to just go in and help, because this is an injustice issue.
Ume, sorry, you want to add anything to this?
Well, I like you said, you had a really good point too. I agree with that a lot. Like I heard some people say that, oh, why should we like join the rally or movement just because we're not identified as Burmese? Why should we? People will be saying that. Why should we help the Burmese people? They kill us. They do that, but there's the Burmese people just like us. It's the military, and we had our main goal, which is to end that military dictatorship. So like the Burmese people cannot do it alone, and we cannot do it alone either. So yeah, unity, it's very important too. Yeah.
Yes, I also think, Myanmar is not just a country for Burmese people. We got like, Chin, like for me, I'm Mun, Kachin, Lisu. There's so many more cultural ethnicity people, in Myanmar. And what's happening right now is not only affecting Burmese people. And I think we just have to come together, be united, and then, solve this issue as one, so that our country where we live will be peaceful and, free from all the dictatorship.
Totally agree. Thank you for sharing with us about your thoughts and what you guys doing. And let's move to the next question. So there's a many Korean and other Myanmar ethnic community throughout Minnesota. Like where I live right now is Marshall, like 3 hours far from St. Paul, and then you have Worthington, or you have Wilma, Austin, and some other areas. So how would you encourage them to join this rally, since it's happening like Minnesota, so I'm sure like they can drive a couple hours to participate. So how would you encourage them to join you guys?
I would really like hoping that they could be there with us and I stand in solidarity with us, because this is their own people that are also being under the oppression right now. Because I know like the Burmese citizens are going through the violence right now, and I know the Korean people are also like on the other side of the country in the jungle. There's still like attacks from the military that's like attacking shellings, and so like this like many like over like 8,000 displaced civilians. So I know that this is your fight too. So like the bigger number will impact a more, it will make a more impact. So if we have like more numbers of people that showed up and then make this a really big public attention, that this is gonna impact a global. So I will really encourage them, because this is also a human right violation that that we should feel the urge to stand up for one another. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, thank you. So I would like to know also about like you guys have any future plan, and what is the next move and what you guys planning to do, with your activity and in the future. Anyone want to answer?
Yes. So like we mentioned, this is the very beginning of our movement, and
Mhm.
like there's future steps that we want to accomplish. But as far as we're talking about future plans, pretty much we just want to mobilize and promote unities for everybody to come together and take action. So future plan is hopefully we can expand this movement and then making a nationwide march, and then hopefully that will like these local issue hopefully impact global issues. So everybody will be voiced out, and then this will really put pressure to the representative, and then this representative will really take the right action. Because I know UN is watching right now and just waiting for an excuse to jump in, because right now the country is not really transparent to see clear evidence to whether they want to intervene or not. They're just kind of like indecisive. So yeah, hopefully we can expand this movement to other youth organizers from different states, maybe different making international. But this is a really like beginning slow process.
And just to add to that, like said before, I think so this movement, this is only the beginning of our movement for sure. We definitely want to broaden the topic and expand, but this just happened to be something that really caught our attention to where we can make it a focus for the beginning of what we wanted to do. And initially we want to um involve everyone and like spread the word, of human rights violations is what we're gonna be focusing on, and that's probably gonna be our future. Uh, Anything to do with that will probably be part of our future next step after this.
Yeah, so to add to that, just like Uman mentioned in the beginning of our demands, first one is to end this military dictatorship, and then after that will be like to abolish the 2008 constitution where the military hold majority of the power, and then and then bring back the democracy in the country, and then after that, it's time for to establish our ethnic independence states. Hopefully, if that's a possibility, then we're gonna shoot for it.
So I'm really proud of you guys. I really do, because I know that you guys live in like a free country, and you can like play games or you can have fun time and not have to worry about those. I mean, you're not living there. Like some of the people told me like, why you worry? You're in America now. You don't have to worry about them. I was like, I couldn't sleep, and it's like, sleep, you don't have to worry. But it's not like that. So I could see that you guys really step up, and you guys really have a plan, and you want to make a change, and you started. So this is a big move. And I mean, every big move start with a small step. So I could see that you guys already step up, and um I encourage you guys to keep going. And even though when you're busy, when you want to make something like big, take a portion of your busy life and invest it in there, because you guys are the future. So I didn't put that question. One of the question I want to ask in the question that I asked, give send you guys previously, but I want to know like each of you guys, what you want to um, what you want to see in Myanmar, like in the future, what you want to see, and also Darren, like maybe not Myanmar, or something else. If you have different perspectives, you can also like share with that too.
So I mean, I can start since I'm the first one. I'd say for Myanmar, I just want to see more peace. I know a lot of people are hurt from what's going on, and it'd just be easier to know that like um everyone is like more like safe. You can feel safe where you live in your own country, and like bring sort of the democracy and the Myanmar for sure.
So me personally, because I know my parents are the victim of the civil war, and then also my people been fighting for these independence for like more than 73 years. They've been under oppression, and there's so many been wars and killings. So my end game goal is hopefully, there's an independence for Korean state and independence for Kotule. So if that's a possibility, that would be my end game goal. Like I want to see that happen.
Yes. When I talk about like my goal, my image for Myanmar, I always imagine a peaceful country where, all the ethnic people living together, and having a democracy where we can just vote. People can vote for, who is the government and things that they want. They can just vote for it. And by doing that, I believe we can grow into a much better country where we can just develop and, hopefully one day we'll be like America. That's my dream.
Yeah, like peace, just like everybody said, it's very important. Yeah, so like the Karenni state was actually once used to be independence. There was no control by the British colonial until the Burmese government invasion. So yeah, getting the independency back, the states. That's a long goal, but yeah.
I was born in Karenni State.
Oh.
Yes. Moki, have you heard about it? Moki?
No.
You were too young, I think. Okay.
What is your nationality?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't tell. All of it, like from.
I can trick you. I can pass as Spanish sometime or Nepali. Just kidding. My nationality, I am like Indian born, in Myanmar and Korean mix. So and Burmese, so three different race mix. So you can see like I could pass as anything. Sometimes people think I'm Filipino or sometimes like Mex like Latino or some sort of Honduras or whatever. They are short, and tiny. So yes, but I identify myself as Korean because it's not about your look. Like I grew up in Korean culture, all I know is Korean, the language. I don't speak India. I do speak Burmese because I graduate there. But sometimes people say, "Well, you don't look like Korean." I don't think you have to look like Korean. I mean, I grew up in that culture. That's all I know. So, what do you want me to say? If I say India, I don't know how to dance. So, what is that? Yeah. So, I know we've been talking about in like English. So like I say, some of the viewers are only Korean speaking. So Paul, would you mind sharing briefly about the rally and invite them in Korean language? So.
Yeah, sure. Aware Patasala Minnesota Buna, where Patasala from different aware Kopude le ethnic youth mo Papurada Tahuda Gerwanya whether Muhuni La March Chitha Dona, aware because over the March the rally. Aware Tahuda le March aware Atap Nonano Dito Kere Tawada Keniwada was the war aware intention mo Dito Kamalo could do Paro whether okay, it's really hard to speak in English, Korean. So, pero lo tu que he the paproda the what buho, what papara weda ta huda po dito awe copy that the blade the kuludula ga le all the copy of the part that the blade get all gone mo weda go weda ani marching and get all le another cheat corner but the another comment people ne le St. Paul capital go weda the rally pe ta huda ge that's how we the dage lead owner the speaker na ge oje awe pero le tu make medano mo he pa pura that but the like support and stay in solidarity with this.
Thank you for sharing Korean language. And I myself I plan to join the rally, so I probably be there, drive for 3 hours because I really want to participate. I mean, this is a big movement, and this is a big things that we are doing in a small piece. So we all contributed, and this is urgent need for the Myanmar people who faces torture and brutality, and everything's like out of control right now. And I want to do something, but I couldn't do anything. So now I'm seeing you guys doing something that I can be part of. So I will join you guys on the 13th. Dito awati telo no awati kamada rally when the new year the new year when it's Saturday when information la pay multi-ethnic youth movement for human rights and military dictatorship in Myanmar date ni lama sha chita to kiro kisita ta chak to ne we take saro march we da di kwa pho etem ka ni anari chi ko do we take le pa pla to ta la when Minnesota ถ้าสุดท้ายนี่แหละมันก็มีนี่ดีกว่า
Aware Harris Island Park แต่บุกสารมอชนี่
รอดีนี้ก็เลยปรับพูดถอยตาละตลอดดีนี้Saint Paul Chapter เนาะ
นี่ Civil Capital
Okay, Saint Paul Chapter အခုသားနေနော်ပမာတကနေပမာတတိပါတော့ပချိပါတာပွားတာစာတိဖိုင်မာဝရီအခုသားနေမနော်ဒီမီအိုရတာလမင်နီဆိုတာလတိလေတိလေညောနီနော်သူပွားတာစာမီကြီးတာပွားမီကြီးမနော်ယကွဲမသိနော်လဝတိခဆာလတိကလေပါဖူမာတကောတာနော်လေပါဖလာထောရတာနော်တိတာဟီဟီပါတာတာစာတိဖိုင်ဤတော့ဒီနေတော့နော်ဘွာလာတူပါတာပယောတာမအမနာလကောပယောတိဖာကောမနော်ပမာဝဲတာတကနေပမာတကဲထောပါအခုသားနေပွားမာလီde pakama portrait de paka chot ma no awe ni no mi weda ta kwe mu no Ome should invite in Karani. You want to do that, Ome?
Yeah,
well, most of the numbers will be in Burmese too. I think we should do it Burmese. A lot of them are typing in Burmese.
Yeah, I would love to do that in Mon, but I speak mostly Burmese only, so I don't know not much about Mon. Yeah, sorry.
That's totally fine. I'm sure they're happy and they just want to hear like different ethnic languages. So maybe you two need to learn the language. Just kidding. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight, and I think the conversation is great because what you guys sharing are really really good and about your plan and your activity. So everyone who watching, if you want to support them, go and like their page. It's called Urban Village. They have Facebook page Urban Village. And do you guys also have like Instagram or something like that? Instagram.
There is a Urban Village Instagram page as well.
ปกติปาโพตาป่วยนารีแลโพyou wanna tell them about it?
Aware ปกติปาพัวตาแพ Harris Island Park แพ over ตาแพ Saint Paul dot talk about it เนาะเลย had to be dictionary the call the club บ้านมันมั้ง aware dictionary the call นั่นบ้าวดิเนี่ยปกติสารหาเรา Twitter call มั้งคนนั้น
Okay เนาะเอาวันนี้ปาโพตาละติชีตนารีกว่า
another chill call we get like
เลยนารีชีคอโอเคเนาะ
another chill the call
นารีชีติชีตะคอเนาะกับปาโพตาละเนาะนารีติชีตะคอเนาะกอคอเนาะนารีติชีตะคอบลอดีนี่เอาไว้ติกษาทอหามเนาะกูตานี่tu khu ti nya athoi da ti lo ye ke share we da awe ni awe ti I fly away la your personal Facebook je bloody ni is that okay right bloody ni ye ke share we da la awe ni Daily Current News Facebook page mo no ko da ni tu wala edit le ti pha ni no awe ni ye awe ni ye ke share da ke la your personal page aku da ni na ti le mani we da ta ki ta close ti lo mo no Okay, now thanks everyone, and also in the future we would like to hear from you guys too. So I will follow you guys page and Instagram and see how you guys doing. And in the future, maybe we can share and have conversation like this again. And I'm sure I will see you guys on the 13th.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
ခေါ်လာဝဲနေတဲ့လို့အဲတိတာပါနော် တော့ W ကိုအတဲ့နော်ဝဲနေတမီခွာဝဲတာတကဆောဝဲနေတာပင်နော် share တကြီးနော်တမီခွာတာလား Facebook တင်တာတေ share ဝဲတာလားဒီတကောတိဖာတက်ပြောက်လားပေါ်မှာ rally နော်တော့ဝဲနေပါဖို့ရိုဖို့တိစားတဲ့လေတကောတကြီးနော်တော့တပတ်တပင်နော် subscribe ရတမ်းစားတော့ကွဲလာစီက comment လားဒီခွာရဒီမွေတိဖိုင်ကိုမီဝီနော်တော့တိတတိကွာမီနေကွဲလာ comment တော့ဝဲနေစီစမေ by စီစမေတပါနေ you can reach out to ဝဲတိတဲ့စီစနေတိမနော် W ကို